Jim, is frustration maybe the right word to sum that up today?
Yeah, I suppose it is. Obviously, extremely disappointed in the manner of the goals that we conceded. The first one, I don't think there was a whole lot wrong with the defending. We know that Rangers like to make those runs across the back line, and they've got players that can play those slid passes. I thought Conor McCarthy had done everything right. He matched the run of Roof, got a block on the shot, but unfortunately, the block takes it beyond Jack Anick. Jack has dived the other way, anticipating the ball coming across the face, which it would have done if it hadn't hit Conor, and it sneaks in at the near post, and obviously that gives us a mountain to climb. But we spoke about it before the game. Doesn't matter what way the game goes, whether we go a goal in front or a goal behind, we stick with it. But then to lose the second one, the way that we did so early on after the first one, really takes the wind out of your sails, and it really gives us a huge mountain to climb then. So we're disappointed with those two particular instances, but I thought overall the boys done really, really well. I think there's loads of positives that we can take from it. I thought the players, in terms of what they give you in effort, and the shape of the team, the way that they pressed Rangers at times so high up the pitch was brilliant. We didn't allow Rangers to get any real rhythm in the game at all. In fact, the second half we actually forced Rangers into becoming playing really long. Helander kept banging the balls longer all the time, and that was due to the good pressure the lads were putting on at the top end of the pitch. But we lost the game in the first half. That's the disappointing thing. We didn't do enough in the final third. Back to middle, I thought we were okay. We knocked the ball about reasonably well, but we didn't work Alan McGregor enough. In fact, I think neither team really worked the goalkeeper enough. Rangers have had three opportunities on goal, and they've managed to score two of them, one of them being a gift from ourselves. We've had three opportunities on goal, and unfortunately we weren't able to take one.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, Jack, not really having much to do, and the two goals really kind of soft. Does it please you that the team sort of did execute the game plan as well as you'd hoped?
No, definitely, and that's why I went with the starting 11 that played in the quarter-final of the Cup, because you're not having to explain the tactics to another player. It's fresh in the minds of the lads. It was only a couple of weeks ago, and I thought they carried out the game plan to the letter, and it was brilliant for large spells. But we get punished with the break of the ball that Rangers get in the first half, hitting off a corner and deflecting into the goal, and then as I said, the second one is a mistake, and you feel for Big Joe. He's having a bit of a time of it at the minute. He's penalty given away against St Johnstone, and then that mistake this afternoon. Obviously the big man will be disappointed, but in the whole I thought we defended really well. I thought the back four were excellent. Three lads in the middle of the park again were outstanding. Jake Doyle-Hayes ran the game for large spells. It was just that top end of the pitch where we just lacked a little bit of quality, I felt at times. We looked dangerous with the ball in behind. Dylan got in behind a couple of times. John Obika got in behind a couple of times, but it just wasn't to be, unfortunately. But we're looking at the positives that we can take from it. I don't think, apart from the two goals, there was a great deal of negatives, if I'm being honest.
The final game of 2020, how do you reflect on 2020 as a whole for the team and for yourself as a manager?
Listen, it's been an extremely challenging year for everyone, not just in football but in general, so I think we'll all be glad to see the back of it. But obviously the form that we're on now, coming to the end of the year, I'm relatively pleased. We had that little dip in form throughout that difficult period that we had with the COVID situation, but I'm glad to see that we're out the other side of that now, and I think as a club we can be very optimistic and very positive about the future and about going into 2021, and hopefully sooner rather than later we'll get the vaccine sorted for everybody. We'll get some supporters back in here, because that's the big disappointment for us. When we're playing as well as what we are at the moment, you'd love to have some supporters in here to enjoy it with us. But I know they'll all be watching on the telly, and I wish them all a happy new year when it comes.
Just on 2020, as we reflect on it, apart from that COVID dip that you mentioned, I mean, the start of the year we really sort of got going. There was wins at Fir Park, the win over Hearts here. You feel in the main there's been a lot to be pleased with?
I think if you go back to January, and you look at the performances and the results from that period, and you take out that real difficult spell that we had with I think the 5 or 6 straight defeats. If you take those defeats out of that, then we've actually done okay. We've accumulated a decent number of points. We've got the semi-final of the League Cup to look forward to at the end of January, which we're all very excited about, and we genuinely believe we've got a chance of winning the cup. It's as simple as that. So what a great start to the new year that would be if we were able to beat Livingston in the semis and give ourselves and the supporters another cup final to look forward to.
Jim, thanks very much for your time.